This is homework for 4/15/15, Wednesday night. And you got this sheet in class today, and it should be in your unit activity folder. Remember that you should do the work, or at least try to do the work, before you watch the video, and watch and listen to the video. Okay. This first problem is telling you that he was supposed to solve an equation and he didn't solve it correctly, and it's showing you his work, and they're asking you, what did he forget to do in the step marked with an arrow? So I want you to really study his work carefully, make sure you understand what he did wrong and write it down, and then turn the video back on and listen and watch to make sure you were correct. Okay, turn the video off now. Okay, so you can see that he put a 3 right here next to 6 minus 4x, and he also put a 3 next to the 5. What he's trying to do is he's multiplying by 3 on both sides because he wants to get rid of this denominator, so there's no fractions. So if I do 3 times 6, I'm going to get 18, and if I do 3 times negative 4, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, I can just cancel these out. Excuse me, I can just cancel these, and so then that's going to give me 6 minus 4x over here, and over here I get 15. But then he subtracts 6 here, and he subtracts 6 here. So 15 take away 6 is 9. And then when you subtract 6 here, this is gone. The problem is when he dropped down this, he didn't drop it down with the negative. So there should be a negative here. It's negative 4x. And then he divides by negative 4 on both sides. So just to review, when he puts the 3 here and he multiplies 3 times the quantity 6 minus 4x, the 3 cancels, okay, 3 cancels, and over here 15 times 3, or 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so didn't bring down negative 4x. He just brought down 4x. This next question is telling you, hey, you saw one done, and now you're going to do one correctly yourself. So remember what the first step is. You want to get rid of this, and he showed you correctly how to do that on the previous problem. And then go ahead and finish the problem. So do the problem on your own, write your answer and your work down, and then turn the video back on. Turn the video off now. Okay, so I multiply by 3 here. All of this is being multiplied by 3, and I multiply 6 by 3. I'll do the right-hand side first because it's so easy. 6 times 3 is 18. Over here, when I multiply the quantity 4x minus 6 over 3 times 3, these 3's cancel. And so all I have left is 4x minus 6. Now I can start solving by adding 6 here and 6 here. I'm trying to get the x by itself. 18 plus 6 is 24. This is 0. Negative 6 plus positive 6 is 0. And 4x. I divide by 4 here. I divide by 4 here. X is equal to 6. This problem is telling you that Inez solved this equation correctly, and here's all her work. She did everything correctly, and here's her work. It's asking you, why do you think she multiplied all the terms in the equation by 3 instead of subtracting 6 from both sides as the first step? So instead of going minus 6 here and minus 6 over here, why did she start by multiplying everything by 3? Now, before you answer that question, please study what happened here, because all of this is correct. So look at it carefully and make sure you understand what's going on, and then answer the question. Turn the video off. Don't turn it back on until you've actually done the problem yourself and written an answer. All right, so let's look at what happens if you do multiply by 3. So both of these have to be multiplied by 3. And so here, 3 times 4/3 comes out to just be 4 because these cancel. I'm going to put a line through them. And so all I'm bringing down is the 4x. Here, 3 times 6 is 18. And so this is 4x plus 18. And over here, if you do 10/3 times 3, it gets rid of the denominator. So now this isn't a fraction anymore. This cancels. And all I have left is 10. Now I have a problem that's an equation with no fractions, and it's a lot easier to solve. Okay, so I need the x by itself. Always get rid of addition and subtraction first. So she subtracted 18 on both sides. That gave her 4x minus 8. Then to get rid of the times 4, she's dividing by 4 here. So she's dividing by 4 here, and x is equal to -2. So the reason she multiplied by 3 first, here, here, and here, instead of subtracting 6 first. By the way, I would have probably just subtracted 6 first, is to get rid of the fractions. Because most people don't like working with fractions. Okay? Okay, so now it's your turn. You have a problem that's almost exactly identical to the previous problem. This is 4/3 x minus 6 equals 10/3 instead of 4/3 x plus 6 equals 10/3. I want you to solve it, and I want you to use Inez's strategy of multiplying by 3. Show all your work, and then when you've done that on your paper, you can turn the video back on and watch and listen and make sure you did everything correctly. Pause the video now. Okay, so she's going to multiply this by 3, and this by 3, and this by 3. Everything's being multiplied by 3. Okay, let's watch what happens. That cancels, and all I have over here now is the 4x. Over here, 3 times -6 is -18. Over here, this cancels because 3 divided by 3 is 1. The canceling isn't magic. It's just that 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 10 times 1 is 10. It doesn't change the answer. Equals 10. Now I have to get the x by itself. Always get rid of the addition and subtraction first. So I have to add 18 to both sides. And now I have to get rid of the timesing by 4. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. So I'll divide by 4. And that's going to give me x equals 7. And you're done.